Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with David Aldridge on our sideline. For the last several months for Alperen Sengun.
It's been surprising to me to see him take a little bit of a tumble lately in terms of what he's doing for them offensively. The points just haven't been there for him like they were a few months back. The defenses he's facing have adjusted to him, and he hasn't been able to make his own adjustments.
And a look at the starters for the Pistons. The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. Holland is out there with Isaiah Stewart. And it's Thompson in at the 3, the small forward. We've got Alperen Sengun, Alex Caruso out there with Fred VanVleet. Then it's Bol Bol. And it's Bird in at the small forward position. And teams getting geared up, Greg, for the stretch run. Does that give you extra motivation as a player?
Oh, yes. Seeing that finish line can really help you out down the stretch. As a player, ending the year strong is key, whether you're in the playoff race or in the lottery.
You know, it's interesting the way Bird shoots the basketball. Angles his body instead of squaring up most times, but the results are remarkable and unquestionably good.
Now, here's Cunningham against Washington. He was really on his game. He gets it in there.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, they better be thinking about him. I mean, we know how dangerous he is.
Here's VanVleet. Bird finds Sengun. In the corner, it's VanVleet. A three-pointer, no good. Ivy with it, and it's shot by Ivy, no good. Gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Pass to Bird. VanVleet on the wing. Here's Sengun. Ivy defending. Three-pointer, Bird. They get it again. Bol, that's good.
You know, I think it's all about Bol's reach, clearing the glass and then going right back up with it right away.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I was able to catch up with the head coach of the home team. He talked about how dialed in he is on Cade Cunningham in this matchup. Coach told me the key is not to let him get into a rhythm early on. That might mean we have to throw different defenders at him. Maybe send them double teams, too. Everything is on the table tonight. We'll see what they come up with for Cade. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
And Bol sends it back. Now, here is Bird. Last time out, he had 44 points. That one drops for him. Bol's got his second bucket of the night.
Really good screen that time. Then Bol with the quick roll.
Ivy kicks to Holland. Caruso against Thompson. Knocked away. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Here's Bird. Pass to Caruso. Back to Bird. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Bird's got 6.
Boy, the quick release, Bird gets that shot off in an instant. He was ready and waiting to strike.
And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out east. The season nearly complete. And you take a look at this home team. They've got their eye on the #1 seed as the season moves into the final stretch. Currently first place in the standings, and guys showing no signs of letting up. And, of course, there's the Pistons. Not in the same realm right now in terms of their record. A 3. And again, it's the Pistons missing. Gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Clark, looking at the growth and skill set of Sengun, he could be special.
I agree 100%, partner. He's got an instinct for the game that you just can't teach. The passing, the ball fakes, the pace at which he plays, it's all there. Feels like he could have the same kind of development trajectory as Jokic. We'll see.
And here's Cunningham following Larry Bird's three. Cunningham passes to Stewart. And no good. The try spell continuing for him. Caruso looking for an opening. Ball's knocked loose. And now Ivy running the floor all by himself.
Wow, Ivy just takes off. That high-effort transition play, that's what will make him an asset moving forward.
Pass to Bird. Now, here's Şengün. Shoots over Holland. The rebound by Ivy.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Cunningham against Bird. Cunningham outside. Can't get it to fall. Gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. To the middle. Here's Şengün. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Love when Şengün looks to score, especially from the interior.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Van Vliet against Cunningham. Clock at 6. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And the strength of Cunningham. Fantastic job there scoring on the defense.
Now Van Vliet. He has yet to score. Ball inside. Stewart on him. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
When you've got an imposing force like Bobo, you expect to see him at the line a lot.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And the Pistons making a change here. Beasley's checked in. And so Bol nails both of them. And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for Detroit. They trail by 9 points. Their last encounter was in Detroit.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
And sometimes that can be a motivating factor. May very well light a fire under them tonight. Nobody likes to be dominated on the glass like that. A monster quarter for him. He's put the team on his back, trying to carry them to the W.
Ivy kicks to Cunningham. And it's Beasley in the corner. Thompson outside. 3-pointer. And Bol pulls it down. Bol's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Bird finds Van Vliet. From deep. Bird misses.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Cunningham. That's in. Coming off the assist from Thompson. 8 points for Cade Cunningham. Gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
They found their rhythm and kept piling it on. And a huge boost of confidence on the road for sure.
On defense, the Pistons, 7-point differential. Pass to Bird. Here's Christie. Simmons trying to get open. It's Cunningham with the rebound. Ivy on the wing. Thompson outside. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on Ben Simmons.
What I appreciated about Thompson is his recognition. He knows when to force the issue and when to pull back.
And that one misses. Good on the second free throw. Gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. Van Vliet outside. Outside, Simmons. Right wing. Here's Christie. And the 3 off target. Pistons trail by 6. Ivy, no one around him. Wide open, couldn't capitalize.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Hands it from downtown.
You can't play off of Van Vliet too much because he'll burn you off the catch and shoot.
Poke loose. And here we go. Bird heading to the hoop. Here's Nance. Great play by Bird. Just set it up. Bird's got 3 assists in the game.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. More sense of urgency.
Yeah, they've got to do a little more to disrupt their offensive rhythm, too.
Now, here's Cunningham. 8 points for him. Stewart is green. Here's Beasley. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Beasley bouncing off the defense there and finding a way to steal finish.
And here is Simmons. Scoreless thus far.
Well, I cannot believe he didn't capitalize there. And neither can he.
Can't stop the alley-oop home. Bird dishes to Nance. And then slams it in.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Back to Cunningham. Shoots over Van Vliet. And it's Bird with the rebound. Gone 4 of 8 on their 3-point attempts, doing a lot of work from way outside here in the first quarter. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Obviously, the Pistons in the midst of a long rebuild. 2 seasons in a row at the bottom of the league standings. Last season, they had the worst record in this once-proud franchise's history. That counts the record-setting 28-game losing streak that they had. It's pretty clear that this could be a long road back to redemption. Kevin?
Yeah, could is the operative word. This could be indeed. David, thank you. Here is Cunningham following the basket by Larry Bird.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. They're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
And timeout call by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's ready to talk things through with the team. So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Charles Massey, he's checked in for Stewart. Holland comes in for Asar Thompson. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Ivy. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Cade Cunningham.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Simmons with it. Hasn't made one yet. They double-team Bird. Pass to Christie. Good on the shot.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Here's Bassett. He averages about 5 points a game. Here's Holland. Now Beasley 4 on the shot clock. Hardaway kicks it over to Schroeder. And a miss there on the triple. Has been tremendous early. Their offense looking primed and ready for this match. Pass to Christie. And here's Bird. To the right side. Outside, Simmons. It's stolen by Schroeder. Plays it in off the breakaway.
Schroeder's ability to accelerate in the open floor, one of his primary advantages as a player.
Simmons looking it over. That will count. And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. They lead by 13. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
Here are the 5 Detroit has to start the second quarter. We've got Hardaway, Malik Beasley out there with Holland. Then there's Dennis Schroeder, and it's Bassey in at the 5 spot. Pass to Reddish. Now, here's Şengün. Christie the pass to Bull. Does not find the mark. He's made 2 and missed 1 now. Beasley with it. Outguarded by Simmons. Here's the 3. No good from Beasley.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Here's Christie. Pass to Şengün. Reddish, bounce pass. And it's Bull that time on the assist from Reddish. 8 points for Bull.
Few players are as tall as Bull, I think, which makes him a legitimate threat to score inside almost at will.
Beasley with a clean look. Off target from three-point range.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Simmons passes to Bull. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season?
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll. But it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectations.
And the first one drops. And so Bull nails both of them. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Schroeder outside. Pass to Holland. Hardaway with it. Defended by Caruso. Hardaway kicks it over to Schroeder. Shot clock at 6. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Count that bucket.
A trusted floor general, Van Vliet, with the outstanding setup there.
So for the Pistons, their last game, a win against the Washington Wizards.
And that one was all about offensive execution, running your plays, picking your spots.
Yeah, you know, not deviating from the game plan is critical. You've got to trust in the system.
Now here's Beasley. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Washington. Here's Bassey. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Bassey's got his first basket of the night.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. Pass to Bull. And here's Wagner. Misses from close range. Now here's Schroeder. A 14-point game for him in the win against Washington.
And he passed the ball so well in that game, keeping everybody involved, even as he was racking up all those points.
No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. Tipped away. Beasley with, and it's Reddish picking him up. Beasley kicks it over to Schroeder. Beasley with a screen on Bull. Pass to Bassie. Beasley against Caruso. It's deflected.
Big time denial that time by Wagner. Well, he put some plaster on that one.
And that's a foul called on Bull. That's his first foul.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
Bird, he's checked in for Reddish. And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. Looking for a breather. And maybe just one or two things to talk about. All Reed's checked in for Detroit. Let's see some of the numbers here for Cade Cunningham.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Here's Hardaway. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Washington. Van Vliet against Schroeder. Back to Hardaway. Reed, a screen on Caruso. Detroit, no good that time either.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Now Bull. After Tim Hardaway missed from long range.
Easy pickings for Wagner there, just to reach up and attack the rack like that. That's simple.
And Schroeder's got the ball here for the Pistons. Trailing by 19. Pass to Beasley. Fires the 3. It's good from long range. Beasley's got 5.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And here's Bird. By Beasley. Now, here's Wagner. And finished off by Wagner.
You know, passing is one of Bird's many attributes. He's got a great eye for finding open teammates that are ready to shoot it.
Pass to Hardaway. Shoots over Caruso. Hardaway, no good.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Here's Caruso. Wagner left side. The jump hook. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
Hello there. How you doing?
Wagner's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Hope you're enjoying the show.
Schroeder looking around. It's Beasley on the wing. Reed, a screen on Bird. Beasley for 3. His 5th miss. Out 2 for 7 from the floor.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Caruso finds Bird. Now, here's Wagner. Reed covering.
That's his second foul of the first half. Not a big deal yet, but something to keep an eye on.
Nance is checked in for Bull. Stewart's checked in for the Pistons. Cade Cunningham comes in for Dennis Schroeder. Pass to Nance. Great play by Bird, just set it up. Nance has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Van Vliet against Cunningham. Detroit, no good that time either.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard. thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Now here is Hardaway. Larry Nance unable to get his shot to go.
Well, excellent recognition from Hardaway Jr. to find his teammate there. This guy's an unselfish player.
Here's Van Vliet. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Bird, the pass to Caruso. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Caruso's got his second bucket.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't gonna get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Stewart with the screen on Van Vliet. The 17-footer. Cunningham gets the bucket. Cunningham's got 10.
Oh, nice to see Cunningham strike from mid-range. He obviously isn't afraid of mixing up his offense.
Now here's Van Vliet. Bird left side. Plenty of space. Rebound, Detroit.
And what strikes me about Cade Cunningham is he's still growing. He's still capable of doing more on the floor. And he has the work ethic and attitude to make those improvements become a real factor on the floor.
Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Alex Caruso. And the Pistons making a change here. Now Van Vliet. Bird outside. Lets the 3 fly. Holland with the rebound.
3 triples in the first quarter, but he's yet to knock one down here in the second.
And slam dunk by Ivy.
And one of the best guard finishers. Ivy relentless when attacking the rim.
Detroit shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
And this year they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
Now here's Beverly. Left side, Nance. Over Stewart. Nance, no good. Pistons trail by 17. And here's Ivy. He's coming off a 19-point game against Washington.
And there really was a physical aspect of his performance that was off the charts. He was taking it right at him, and he just kept getting those calls and getting to the line.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Gone 8 of 14 in the second quarter on field goal attempts. Beverly with the ball. Pass to Christie. Six on the shot clock. Şengün, and it's in there. Şengün's got his second basket of the night.
The balance, the focus. Şengün shrugging off the contact in style.
Cunningham kicks to Stewart. The tray. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2. Gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Pass to Şengün. And here's Bird. Left side, Nance. Now, here is Bird. Inside. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. 7 points for Jaden Ivey.
He got off to a slow start. It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but he's turned it on here in the second.
Şengün inside. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game.
Just make sure you keep getting him touches. I mean, you love what he's doing at the offensive end. Don't go away from him.
Now, here's Ivy. Cunningham looking it over. 6 to shoot. Pass to Holland for the 3. No good. That's miss number 2. He's 1 for 3. Here is Nance. Here's Bird. A shot's good on the assist by Nance. 18 points for Larry Bird.
Boy, Bird has really been in the zone throughout this game.
Ivy dishes to Cunningham. Back to Ivy. From outside, off the mark. Gone 6 of 11 when they're taking the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Beverly, the pass to Şengün. Bird outside. And it's off from three-point range. Thompson against Christie. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
Clever move by the young guy. Thompson sticks with the shot and gets fouled.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one is off.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
Beverly, the pass to Bird. Shot from the wing. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. With J.B. Bickerstaff, coach, what will be the areas of emphasis on defense in the second half?
Well, we got to do a much better job just being physical, fighting them deep down in the post. We got to be very aggressive early, not letting them get deep post catches, make them have to kick the basketball out and not take those easy buckets.
That is doing your work early.
That was perfect analysis.
That's
exactly why they're losing the game.
Back to you.
Too many post
up.
Dave,
thank you. And time now
they're
for
not
the
fighting guys
halftime
off the
break
block.
with the third quarter soon to follow.
That was good analysis.
Here on 2K Sports.
Hi, everyone. Let's start things off by checking out the Player of the Month award recipients. In the West, Luka Doncic.
We saw plenty of Luka magic over this stretch. He is quite simply must-see 2K TV.
And now how about those first 2 quarters of play? Just a dominating performance for the home team.
When contributions off the bench make this big of an impact, it leaves the team feeling good. It's a morale builder, guys, in a good way.
Yeah, and you can see the difference in the energy level, the activity level. They've been a step ahead the whole way.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
Wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been one outstanding game from Larry Bird.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And, you know, that's not a job they ask him to do very often, but in the first half, I thought he was in perfect sync with his teammates.
They've got Bird. Hole is out there with Alperen Şengün. And it's Alex Caruso. And it's Van Vliet into the point. Holland, no good.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And for the Pistons, the backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. Holland is out there with Thompson. And it's Stewart in at the 5. Bird's shot is good.
Boy, the jump shot of Bird is so pure. He's got his mechanics down, textbook style.
Cunningham outside. That's tipped. Stolen by Bird. And here's the fast break. And he's going up for the alley-oop. It's stolen. Cunningham with it. Picked up by Van Vliet. Cunningham kicks to Holland. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. Cunningham's got 3 assists tonight. Now here's Van Vliet. Pass to Şengün. And And it's good. 2 points. Şengün's got 6.
Inside the paint, Şengün is a force to be reckoned with.
Cunningham against Van Vliet. Cunningham outside. Here's Holland. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he gets the bucket. He's got 10.
Oh, defending Cunningham, boy, a challenge. You have to pay extra attention. That's when you leave someone open.
Pass to Caruso. Now Şengün. Good, nice job down low.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. Out to the right wing. Ivy finds Cunningham with the drive, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
They found a nice groove in this half, starting out 3 for 4.
Gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Cunningham against Van Vliet. Pass to Caruso. Bowl a screen on Ivy. They double team Şengün. A wide open look for Bird. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Bird's got 6 here in this quarter.
They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Mo Wagner's checked in for Bull. Here's a quick check of the rookie leaderboard with the free throw percentage leaders since the All-Star break. You take a look at Holland, deadly on the stripe. Someone you do not want to foul.
No doubt he's earned his spot among the great rookie free throw shooters through hard work and repetition.
Well, he's been locked and loaded at the line, really focused, confident in his repetition and his routine. And I tell you what, that's a great asset, especially late in games.
No good on the triple.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing.
To the paint. Out to Bird. Takes the 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Bird's got 9 points now in just the second half.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
Cunningham gets the bucket.
Just a positive force right now for these guys, and though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Now here's Van Vliet. Pass to Bird. Out to the wing. Here's Şengün. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
It's on Ron Holland.
And Şengün is a hard player to get a handle on. Pretty unpredictable, which makes him hard to guard without fouling.
2 shots.
The free throw drops for Şengün. Greg, we see the NBA fining players for certain actions or statements.
Multiple offenders are always going to be under the microscope, Kevin. Sometimes they end up playing into those expectations, so those punishments can appear a bit skewed.
That one misses.
Tell you what, Alperen Şengün is a big with the modern-day game. He scores in bunches inside, but he also can pass it and shoot it from the perimeter, too.
Here's Holland. He's got 10. And stolen by Wagner. And here we go. Van Vliet heading to the hoop. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, the last few years we saw teams giving up bounties worth of draft picks and trades for star players. But with teams now possessing more roster spots to develop prospects, and about 3/4 of the tradable picks hoarded by just a third of the NBA's teams, we may not see so many picks given up moving forward. Kevin?
You're exactly right, David. Something certainly to keep an eye on. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Tough play that time by Wagner against the defense, drawing the foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
2 shots.
That's good from Wagner. And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
At just a skosh under 7 feet, Mo Wagner does all the things you'd expect him to do well. He can be dominant in the paint as a scorer and on the board.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, those hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Now, here's Şengün. 9 points in the game so far. Bird's shot is good.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Detroit's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the 3rd quarter. Back to Ivy. Pass to Thompson. There's the triple. And it's Wagner with the rebound. Wagner's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Van Vliet. Here's Şengün. And he uses the glass on the lane. Şengün's got 11.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
And if it doesn't, this is only going to get uglier. I mean, that's no way to defend a player of his caliber.
And this is the beauty of Cunningham. He can score from anywhere on the floor. That length, obviously, a huge advantage.
Now, here's Caruso. 6 points for him. Now, here's Şengün. Not a lot of room. Detroit with the rebound. Holland's got 6 rebounds in the game. Pass to Thompson. Here's Holland. Şengün covering. That one falls. Holland's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Tell you what, guys, this has clearly been his half. And he's getting to a spot, shooting the ball with confidence. Excellent turnaround for him.
Now here's Van Vliet. Wagner a screen on Cunningham. Just 4 to shoot. Van Vliet passes to Wagner. Off target from outside. The Pistons have gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the 3rd. And here we go. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Going to have to bring more than that to slow Wagner.
And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Pass to Ivy. Nice D from Bird.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Now Caruso. Şengün with the screen for Caruso. In the corner, it's Bird. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
A moment now to see the numbers for Cade Cunningham. Getting around 24 points per, 5 assists, and 6 rebounds. And you can't help but be impressed by his numbers.
You know, guys, I think he's the engine of this offense. He makes them go. Without his scoring, I think they'd be a totally different team.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Charles Massey, he's checked in for Holland. Malik Beasley comes in for Thompson. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Cade Cunningham. Ivy with the bucket.
Oh, how about the quick thinking by Ivy? I love when he goes right at it with the shot.
Now Beverly. Nothing on the board. Outside, Simmons. On the wing, Bird. Hands the screen on Beasley. Here's Bird. Rebound by the Pistons. Beasley outside. Pass to Ivy. Back to Beasley. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. 9 points for Malik Beasley.
Beasley just outworked the defense there. I mean, was able to get into his shot and get it done inside.
Bird outside from past the arc. Got a piece of it.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now, here's Ivy. 10 points for him. And again, it's the Pistons from deep.
And if Ivy can hit that shot with consistency, it really makes him a tough cover.
Outside, Simmons. Nance sets a screen for Simmons. Nance trying to break loose. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. This is his first free throw of the game.
Performed well thus far this season with a 78% clip.
Yeah, guys, I mean, he's been a very steady hand for them when it comes to his free throw shooting.
That's good from Simmons. So it's both teams making substitutions here. He's off on the second. And the Pistons with possession. They're on a 12-3 run. Beasley finds Smith, and the shot goes in.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Simmons, the bounce pass. To the inside. It's taken away by Smith. In the corner, Ivy with it. And again, it's the Pistons from deep.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
And their lasers are starting to do their thing. I mean, that's going to be the ticket for them the rest of the way.
Now, here's Beverly. No scoring in this one. And Bull wide open. He shoots from the top of the key. He buries it.
Wow, don't see the quick trigger out of Bull very often, but it was on display there.
Ivy against Christie. Nice step back to get it off. Ivy's got 11 in the second half.
I tell you what, guys, there's not much more he can do. I mean, he's been on fire, yet they still trail in this game.
Ivy against Christie. Pass to Wagner. Here's Bull. 40 seconds left in the third quarter. The Pistons on offense. They're on a 19-5 run. And Bull sends it back.
You've got to be aware of Bobo. He's got a 7'8" wingspan. If you are anywhere near him, back up even more to make sure you can get that shot off.
Ivy against Christie. Now, here's Ivy. He's guarded closely. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Clock at 6. This one for 3. That shot off the mark. He got it up. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Leading by 17. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Cole is out there with Mo Wagner. Then there's Christie. Then there's Ben Simmons. And it's Beverly in at the 1 spot. Now here's Schroeder. Hardaway from outside. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder.
Encouraging to see Hardaway Jr. knock it down from there, proving he can do damage from this area.
Pass to Christie from downtown. They get it back. It's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
And the Pistons making a change here. Pistons trailed by 19. And here's Schroeder. Pass to Bessie. Here's Hardaway. 5 to shoot. The 19-foot shot. And Bull pulls it down. Bull's got rebound number 13 with that last one. Everly with the ball. Outside, Simmons. Wagner as screen on Beasley. Down low. Takes a three. Another three for Detroit.
Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Pass to Christie. Wagner as screen on Hardaway. And finished off by Wagner.
We know Mo. He's got scoring ability for sure. But he's brought it to another level tonight.
Here's Schroeder. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Beasley against Simmons. Out to the right wing. Now Hardaway. Pass to Clinton. Fires the three. And Bull pulls it down. Gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Rebound by the Pistons. Bassey's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Inside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
That free throw, no good.
Bull working on a triple-double tonight. I tell you, this small front line for the Pistons have really been taking advantage of. Team Bird's going to win this game simply because we're just bigger team inside. That's the reason why we're dominating. More rebounds, more easy shots, double teams in the post, easy spot up threes. That's the story.
You can't make the second free throw either. Listen both. 59% up to this point. They're working for great shots, and they're hitting them. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Bull tries again, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down.
Bull having a party tonight,
really
man.
Pummeled on points in the paint here.
Clark, the NBA has seen some iconic personal rivalries over the years. And I'm sure you remember most of them.
Yeah, I do, even those that I wasn't part of as a young basketball player growing up in Cleveland watching. But I read a lot about them, Wilt and Bill Russell, the Celtics and the Lakers and all of those great teams. Obviously, high school graduate of 1979, the Bird and Magic rivalry, easy answer for anybody around my age. And then you think about Isaiah Thomas, who was in my high school class, and then Michael Jordan. Those Pistons-Bulls rivalries were pretty intense and must-watch TV. So there have been a lot over the years.
Gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Simmons dishes to Beverly. Pass to Christie. Now Bull, covered by Beasley. Here's Christie. Shoots over Schroeder. Christie can't make it.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Now here's Schroeder. They need this one. And it's Wagner with the rebound. Wagner's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
They've been undisciplined defensively, getting themselves into foul trouble far too early.
Cade Cunningham's checked in for Dennis Schroeder. Bird kicks to Van Vliet. Pass to Şengün. Bird looking it over to the inside from 6 away. Misses off the left iron.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Fouled on the shot, picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
Just a special offensive talent. We don't see guys like Cunningham come through the league that often.
And the Pistons making a change here. That's good from Cunningham. Has been beyond great up until now. How about 57% from the field overall? Van Vliet with it, and it's Jaden Ivey with the foul. That's his first foul.
14 foul.
Bird finds Van Vliet. Back to Bird. Shot clock at 5. Here's Şengün. The emphatic rejection. Pistons trail by 18. Thompson passes to Cunningham. Now here's Ivey. His 3-pointers off the mark. High post, Şengün. Rebounded by the Pistons. Now, here's Ivey. Pass to Stewart. Cunningham inside. Defended by Caruso. No good from Beasley. The pedestrian, 36% in the fourth quarter. The offense not doing their best work of late. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Second personal foul. 15 foul. At the line for your home team, Caruso taking 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Caruso. And the Pistons making a change here. Hollins checked in. And so he makes both from the line. Clark, I've always heard that every team when on the road will have a team dinner.
You know, that's typically a practice that most teams employ, and those dinners are memorable, especially if the food is good. But more than the food, I think, is the camaraderie and the bonding that takes place when you break bread together, coaches and players.
Here's Şengün. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got 5 assists tonight.
That was one of those sloping fast breaks right there.
A rhythm, it is something to behold.
Here's Holland. Pass to Stewart. Here's Ivey. Takes it inside. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. And Van Vliet picks one up.
And this is what you want Ivey doing.
One of the few direct drives to the basket they've had all night. They've been selling for too many 3-pointers.
And that one falls for Ivey.
And you have to appreciate the all-out effort Jaden Ivey gives you on the court. He works so hard to find ways to get involved and prove he belongs here.
Now here's Van Vliet. Caruso, no good. Van Vliet against Cunningham. Here's Ivey.
Pistons foul. Isaiah Stewart. Third personal foul. 15 foul.
Gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Şengün. Bird against Thompson. Bird kicks to Van Vliet. Back to Bird. Eight points for Larry Nance.
And I like that play. Nance on the roll. Great athleticism. Tough to defend.
Ivey passes to Holland. Poked away. And here we go. Fast break, and Bird's got it. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Hey, when Şengün gets
they don't
the
have
ball
the speed of
inside, good luck
Showtime.
trying to stop it. He'll punish you down there.
That'd have been Showtime. That'd have been a dunk.
Clearly focused on making regular season games matter.
Magic's team just gets out and just
Well,
This team lopes in transition.
They've left no stone unturned.
They keep their lanes pretty good. They don't have the speed to really put the pressure on the defense in transition.
All implemented
with Team Bird.
with that in mind.
But they have a high IQ about where to run in their lanes, though. So you got to give them credit for that. They just don't have the speed to really put the pressure.
The free throw dropped for Şengün.
You can almost
Showtime
see
can.
the hunger and focus in the eyes of Alperen Şengün. I mean, this guy completely locked in on doing as much as he can for his team when he's out there.
And not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawn some fouls.
Just 3 to shoot. Near the three-point line, it's Van Vliet. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to fall.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Ivy kicks to Holland. Stewart a screen. Here's Holland, covered by Van Vliet. Launches a three. Holland, no good. And certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field. Now Bird. Over Thompson. And it's good off the back rim and in. Bird's got 14 points here in the second half.
He's certainly been their go-to guy when it matters most. He's trying to close this one out.
Cunningham finds Stewart. Van Vliet against Cunningham. And the layup is good. Cunningham's got 24.
And he had all of us at the table quivering. What a move by Cade.
And here is Van Vliet. Pass to Şengün. They double team Şengün. Can't hit the turnaround jumper.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Ivy passes to Cunningham. And over the last few years, Clark, we have seen an explosion of talent from Canada.
Tell you what, you go back to the mid-2000s, Steve Nash is winning those back-to-back MVPs. That's certainly part of it. But I really think a generation of players picked up the game, seeing guys like Steve Nash, and then the influx of great Canadian collegiate players going on to NBA success will certainly continue to keep that pipeline going.
Here's Holland. Pass to Ivy. Fires from deep. The shot misses. Three-pointer, Bird. The shot's good on the assist by Nance. Nance has got 3 assists tonight.
Boy, clearly embracing the game with his whole heart there. Loves showing up for the team and just playing the game.
Now, here's Cunningham. To the middle. Here's Stewart. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Pass to Caruso. Now Şengün. Shoots over Holland. Out to Bird. Goes back up. Nice touch on the bank shot. Bird's got 37.
You know, when he's not beating you from the three or attacking the basket, Bird, very reliable from the mid-range.
Cunningham, a screen on Bird. Ivy passes to Cunningham. Shoots over Van Vliet. Cunningham's shot is off. Gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Pass to Şengün. And Şengün throws it down.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Now, here's Cunningham. And it goes down 2 points.
And I love how Cunningham dictates the pace. You can't speed this guy up. He forces you to play at his speed.
Here's Van Vliet. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Nance finds Bird. And here is Şengün. Tries from 7. Yep, it counts.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
Here's Cunningham. Nance with some nice D. Here's Caruso. Off target. And so they get the victory here at home. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly. And the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go. And once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Larry Bird.
All right, so we take a look at this one, how this one played out. This was Team Bird got the night off on this one because if you remember, if you guys have been following, for those who have been, if you haven't been, Jalen Duren is injured for the next 4 to 6 weeks. So our inside attack and rebounding and defense has been compromised. But not so much tonight because the Pistons really don't have that big of a front line. And we didn't really feel the effect of Duren tonight. In the coming games that's yet to come, we will, because we're taking on the likes of Karl Anthony Towns. We'll see when we go to the calendar. But as we see right here, the points in the paint were just ginormous, 54 to 42. Second chance points is where we really killed them at. 11 second chance points to 2. 31 points off the bench. 39 assists, mostly off of post-up passes. That's something that you don't really see in the NBA anymore. You don't really see a lot of assists outside of guys like, Nikola Jokic, outside, and maybe LeBron James. You don't see a lot of assists coming out of the post like that, like you saw in this game, where you're just getting these hardcore double teams off the weak side, they were leaving Larry Bird open. And I've been saying since the Şengün trade, if you go back and watch the earlier games, Bird's three-point attempts are becoming much more assisted. He's not having to work as hard to get those three-point looks anymore. He's mostly shooting spot-ups now, which is his three-point percentage has gone through the roof since the Şengün trade because he's shooting with his feet set as opposed to trying to go off the dribble or catch and shoot off the screens, which is much, much higher percentage. And it's just, 10 offensive rebounds to 4, just murdered. We just murdered them. They just didn't have a front line to deal with Team Bird. That's just what it came down to. They didn't have any size whatsoever. I think their tallest guy up front was 6'8", maybe. Let's take a look. I think they had Bassey playing center at one point. He's like 6'4", guys. They had Malik Bassey playing center at one point. He's 6'4". It's ridiculous. Going up against Şengün, who is a legit 6'11". But let's go ahead and take a look at some of the highlights here. Cade Cunningham had a pretty decent game, 26 points. Ivy showed up tonight. He had a good game. Let's go ahead and take a look at their highlights. Cade Cunningham, one of the better big guards in the NBA today. Has a good all game. 3-level scorer. Good size. Developing a post-up game out here, which I think is going to be. I think in the next era, we're going to see a lot of guards posting up more in the next era of basketball. I think what Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is doing, he's making it cool for guards to post up again. He's making it cool again. Remember when Michael Jordan did that and Kobe did it and it fell out of favor in the Steph Curry era? Now he's making it cool again for big guards to post up. So I think in the next coming 6 to 5, 10 years, you're going to see a lot of big guards, at 6'4", 6'5", 6'8" guards come into the league looking to play with their back to the basket again to complement their face-up skills. I think Cade Cunningham's going to be one of those guys who does it too as well. You got Jaden Ivey here. Just take a look at his offense. He got out and ran. We gave him the 3-point three-point shot tonight. We just basically said, be us from the three-point line. You see Bird cheating off right there. We basically just said, be us from the three-point line. If you want to come inside and challenge our front line, be my guest. We'll take our chances. We'll give you the three-pointer all night. That's the story with that. Let's go over here and take a look at the Team Jordan. I mean, this is Team Jordan news. Team Bird over here. We have Bird with 37 points, 9 rebounds, 12 assists. Bird with again. He had 14 attempts. He goes 9 for 14 because of the double teams that Şengün was drawing. And keep in mind, we keep Bird, whatever side Şengün posts up on, we want to make sure we keep Bird on the opposite side. We never want to have Bird on the same side because you want to put that pressure on the defense. If you double team from the strong side, it's too easy of a double team. That's why most teams double team from the weak side. So if you keep Bird on the weak side, it opens up opportunities for Bird to shoot when Şengün gets going from down low, or you have a decided mismatch. Let's go to the highlights here, and we'll go ahead and showcase that shortly here. Show some of Şengün. Unfortunately, I wish 2K would show the assists, man. Like 2K is just so all about one-on-one offense with highlights. It's never about the team. It's never about the team. It's always about the individual. I think that's, again, it's about that whole my player experience, the power fantasy. They have yet to update their highlight packages to showcase team highlights, not just individual highlights. But again, let's go ahead and showcase Bird here. See if we see some of those threes. That's a transition three right there. He just stopped and popped on him. That's a good one-on-one move for transition. There it is right there. Şengün on the other side, kicking it out to Bird. I wish they would show the whole play. Or at least show the assist that led to that. There it is again. Wide open, Şengün on the weak side, on strong side rather. That's a stop and pop. He beat his man one-on-one. They didn't show it too much, but I'll go ahead and see if I can go to one of the shot summaries. Maybe I can go ahead and pull one up here. Is this one? Well, no, this is just a good play by Van Vliet on pick and roll. Just same philosophy though. You're keeping Bird on the weak side while the strong side action. Strong side where the action's at, you got Bird away from that strong side action to free him up once they draw from the attention. The Şengün effect frees up Bird. Now he's getting easier three-point looks. But that's not the one I really want to showcase. I want to showcase the one where Şengün was posting up and kicking out. No, not that one. That's a good handoff right there by Bull. Let me go to the first quarter. We saw a lot of good action in the first quarter. I'll get this video over with, but I just want to go ahead and showcase this. No, that's the one. Let's go to the fourth quarter. I think he had a couple there. Ones I can really remember, off the top of my head, at least. That's a one-on-one. Let's try third quarter. I think this is one where, yeah, this is where I'm talking about this. You post up Şengün, okay. Bird's gonna come in. This is basically a weak draw post. We're gonna flex. We got Caruso flexed out. He's gonna come down and set the screen for Şengün. He gets the action. Bird's gonna come from the weak side and turn it strong side. We'll swing the ball. Bird sets the screen. Now Bird's gonna make his way. Now it becomes weak side for Bird, strong side for Şengün. And now here comes the double team. Thompson loses touch with Bird because he's worried about Şengün's dominance in the post. Larry's going to get a wide open three off of this action. Swing it. Bird open. Sets his feet. Buckets. Perfect. Beautiful basketball. Beautiful. That's how you leverage your superstar. Not without having to make him work so hard, you know. That's how you leverage your superstars. Now everything has to come through off the dribble one-on-one ISOs all the time, you know. cool stuff. I think there's another one right here. There's another one. We're going to go inside split between him and, he's at the screen there. Bird on the weak side now. Double teams come because they're just so, look at Bird going for it. Look at Bird. And by the way, Wagner, look at Wagner setting the screen for the nearest man. He can't get there because he has to check up on Van Vliet. Now he has to go there and check Bird. And it's just too late. Bird's setting his feet. You already know that's going in. Let's go ahead and watch it at full speed. Let's watch the whole play develop. Oops. Sorry about that. Yeah, that's good. Beautiful basketball. Can't take any better than that. But with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and move on with this video. Let's see what's up next in the season. Let's see. I think it might be Team Larry going out because I think Team Showtime and them both have the day off on Monday. That's Monday right there, March 3rd. So they're both off. So I think it's Team Larry coming back to play the Pistons on a Subway series. Yep, they're going to go play the Pistons next. So they're up next again. So it will be Team Bird going on the road to play the Pistons in their wearing their creamy mocha. I don't know what do you want to call that? Cream. Vanilla cream, like what's that one root beer? What's that one root beer brand? I believe it's called. What's it? It's on the tip of my tongue. It's very popular. It's been around forever. God dang it! I should know this because I drink a lot of pop. I should know this. I want to. No, it's not. I'm gonna get this. What is that root beer? You guys know it. A&W, isn't it? A&W, yeah. A&W cream soda. A&W cream soda looking type jerseys. Go for a nice can right now. Nice cold can. But anyway, guys, that's the next game coming up. It will be Team Bird taking on the very short, diminutive Detroit Pistons. And there's no reason to believe that this game won't play out the same way. I mean, as long as they're going to play that small lineup against that big lineup, they're just going to get manhandled again. Even without Duren, it's not going to make a difference. But it will in the coming games, because after this game, let's take a look at it. This is who I was getting to with the calendar. They won't feel the loss of Duren tonight, but in the coming games they will, because look, Karl Anthony Towns, Wembanyama, Zubac out in the Clippers. Then you got Jaren Jackson Jr. Then you got Larry Marketing and those guys, and Walker Kessler. Those guys can play, and then they get a couple days off, which they'll need. Then they got Vujacic. Then you got Vujacic again. Then they got I can't think of his name. The general. Then they got DeAnthony Ayton. It's gonna be. Then you got Kevin Durant. My goodness. Then you got these guys again. It's just gonna be a murderer's row of talented big guys for Team Bird, and they're gonna miss Duren. It's Bird might have to play a little power forward to go up front about on the rebounding, because I don't think that I don't see Bol being able to keep Karl Anthony Towns and Wembanyama and then Zubac and then Jaren Jackson off the glass. Şengün can help out, but he's only one man. This team was built to be able to throw two guys at the boards at all times who can rebound. Duren was supposed to be that other guy alongside Bol. Then the Şengün trade took us to another level. Now you lose Duren, it puts too much pressure on Şengün, who would look to score and draw double teams to get Bird open shots. Now he's got to also try to rebound. It's too much responsibility for one man. So I think that Bird might play some power forward in that game against the New York Knicks, as well as the San Antonio Spurs and the Clippers. But that's in the future. The next game coming up will be the Detroit Pistons taking on Team Larry Bird at their home, wearing their nice A&W cream soda jerseys. And I'll have that game coming for you guys here shortly. I want to ask you guys if you like the content here, please give this video a like, hit the bell, subscribe to the channel if you like. I think it's pretty cool. And check out my other series with my 1962 Wilt Chamberlain ongoing series still. 2006 Kobe Bryant in the modern era as well. My already completed 1991 Michael Jordan in the modern era, as well as 1992, which is a continuation of that series. And, yeah, and check out my other stuff. I got pro wrestling. I got adventure games galore. I mean, whatever you guys are into, shoot 'em ups, beat 'em ups, you know, whatever you guys are into. If it's action-packed, I'm there, man. So I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.